it's another beautiful conversation, and welcome to the account for it today. I'm so excited. This is something we've been talking about all throughout, and finally, we have her here. And a lot of people have been talking about her, but a lot of people haven't seen her. All right, I for one have been talking about. We've got the first only female councillor in Choma constituency, and finally we have her here, and we're having a conversation and a chat with her. All right, so I'm gonna do it. Honorable Sikiriene is the person we're gonna having a conversation with. Today we have a lot to talk about, a lot to find out about her, and the fact that this has been a subject that a lot of people have been talking about, women in politics, and how we can be able to just improve that and see to it that we have a lot of women representation, and as far as politics is concerned. All right, so Honorable, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
All right, it's good to have you here. We've been trying so hard to have you here, but finally, thank you so much for finding time to just have this conversation with us today. And I assure you, it's going to be a very, very good conversation. And welcome to the show once more.
Thank you.
All right, so first things first. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Who is Honorable Sikiriene?
Okay. I'm one. Nupor Sikiriene, councillor for Dana Ward. Yeah. Dana Ward has got what? 12,400 voters that are registered. Yeah. Wow. I'm a Choma resident, actually by birth. Yeah. I've gone to school just here in Choma. I did my primary school here at Nahumba Basic School, and I did my high school education in Macha Girls Secondary School.
What year was that?
That was in 2004. That was my last year of metro. Yeah. I can say I'm below 35. I'm still a youth.
Wow, it's like seriously?
Yeah.
Okay, this is interesting.
I'm below 35 years. I've done community development, and I have a diploma in social work and a degree, a bachelor's degree at development studies. Yeah, and I'm going to pursue my master's in project management, paralegal training with Cavendish University. Yeah, so I've done marketing before with Panasit. I worked for Panasit for 10 years. Yeah, I only stopped working in 2019. And from that time I just set up my own business where we are doing the interview right now. Yeah, so for the past 2 years I've just been with my business and education. So yeah, then early this year I decided let me go into politics now that we are going to have our general election. And yeah, that's how I made up my mind. I thought instead of only concentrating on my business, let me also exceed my energy, extend it to the people of the community so that I can be of use.
So we're not stereotyping. Number one, you are you. Number two, you are a woman. Number three, you are in Zambia. Number four, you are in Choma, all southern province. And for the past 20 to 25 years, we have not had any proper women representation right here as far as constituency level is concerned, even parliamentary level. And it's been a conversation that a lot of non-governmental organizations are talking about. And for you, I believe that it wasn't an easy decision to say, let me venture into this particular field. Looking at the fact that this is a male-dominated area. So I think that the question should be politics.
Why I went for politics, you say? Exactly your question. It's always male dominant. You know, ladies are usually inferior. They feel they are not able to go into politics, and so I always want something challenging in life. I'm a risk taker, a challenge goer. So I always want to go where there's something that I can fight for and have it. And when I have it, I'm proud of it. So I looked at the setup of politics in Zambia right now, where women are always sidelined and have lesser chances of taking part in politics. And so I did my own survey, and I realized that right now I can have the opportunity that I need, and I had to go for it. I needed to learn what people see that women cannot do when they are in politics. Okay? And so I just went for it, and it was so humbling to say that my party UPND really welcomed me, and they were there to tutor me. I can tell you right now that I'm not an experienced politician. I'm a first-timer politician. So having said that, I had to undergo training, tutoring, at the same time as campaigning. Yes. So whatever I know now, I've just learned it in a period of what? 10 months? Yeah. Apart from what I know now, the rest was the usual common knowledge about politics that everyone has, where you just listen to news, you're on social media, you see, okay, so this politician has done this particular political club has said this, this particular party president today has done this. That's the only knowledge I knew. So politics is also a process. You have to learn every day. There's something new you have to learn. And that's what I'm still doing. Yeah.
So what was the reaction from family, from friends when you said, I want to start politics, I want to become Kulundana Ward councillor? What was the reaction? I'm curious to try and find out.
Wow. It was more like a joke for them.
Okay.
Yeah. Every time I would mention it, they would just burst out laughing.
Yeah.
They would just say, ah,
oh my
God. Like, so even my friends, I have a small number of friends. So the ones that I carry as friends, when we are chatting, they would say, ah, Watadiga, and they would laugh because basically I'm fun to be with.
I can see.
Yeah. So they'll just start laughing, Mama Manja, my funny and all that. So I just decided one time I called a family meeting. I told my family members, no, this is what I'm going to do now. I've got the funds. I'm going to lodge in my application to the United Party for National Development Party. That's where I want to stand for. I want to try to vie for councillorship in Kulundana Ward. So they all looked at me like, really?
You're serious?
Yeah. Like, yes, I'm serious. You were serious all along. We thought you were joking. No, I'm actually very serious. So they all encouraged me, no, just go ahead. Just try, but be strong, because women are never taken serious in this arena you're going from. So be strong. Don't mind what people say. People will always look for the dirty linen. They'll pull it out of your wardrobe and expose it to the world. But then it's you. You know what you want to do, and I did it. So really, they accepted it. At first, it was like a joke, but later on, they realized that I was actually serious.
So why Kulundana Ward? Out of all the wards that we have in Kenya, why did you want to stand for this particular
one? To start with, I spent part of my young age in Kulundana Ward. I stayed in Macha Road with my father. Apart from that, I've got a few properties just in Kulundana Ward, here and there. They're dotted. And my business is in Kulundana Ward.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're a Kulundana Ward resident.
Basically.
Alright, so what is it that you can pitch in Kulundana Ward and say, okay, this is something that needs to be improved. This is something that we need to address. As a person in the civil space, as a civic leader, what is it that you feel should be addressed at this particular time in this area?
Okay, so Kulundana Ward is it's urban situated. The bigger part of it is in town, and so people always concentrate on the township and forget about the other part of Kulundana Ward that is in the outskirts. So the outskirts, it has more potential of investment that people haven't yet realized because they're more concentrated on the township part where it falls on the main road. So I look at the backyard of Kulundana Ward, there's so much to be done. Okay, we have poor roads in Kulundana Ward. I think the roads are pathetic and they really need attention. When I talk of investment, we have more land. I can say vast land, and it's less developed. There are poor structures, poor representation, and I want to see to it that people have what word can I use? They should have the know-how on how to go about it. If they have to come to the council, what do they need? What documentation do they need to have proper structures in Kulundana Ward? Yes, to be more advanced, especially for investment. Let us take the town away from the central. Let us put it elsewhere. You understand? Let it go elsewhere. Like I'll give an example of a shopping mall. I must say Kulundana Ward should have land here and there where investors can come and invest in a shopping mall. And I must say people can drive to wherever the shopping mall be taken as long as all the necessities are there. Talk of education. Yes, we can boast of Njase, but there's more of a mission involved. So we need a neutral secondary school in Kulundana Ward that to be at the same level as just a secondary school, but more open to the public, and it should be a government institution solely. So that should be done. So I'm also proud to say the government has introduced health education programs in schools where they're building I can't say clinics, but they're building rooms where children can be going for treatment. Apart from leaving the school, they go to a clinic, they must get first-hand treatment. I think that is a good move for the government. And our president, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, is really talking about improving the livelihoods of the youths. And that is one of the things that will be done, first things first. So a health educated community is a health developed community. So once we do that, I think we are way to go into Kulundana Ward.
Right, so we're having a conversation with Honorable Sikubele, the Honorable Councillor for Kulundana Ward. I should de-emphasize on the honorable part. Alright, so still having a conversation with her. On the other side, we just look at a few things that we are going to be expecting from her going forward with regards to Kulundana Ward and what people should expect in the next 5 years from Kulundana Ward. We're still right here on the account for it. See you on the other side. Welcome back to the show, and we're still having an incredible conversation with Honorable Sikubele right here, Honorable Councillor for Kulundana Ward. So we had a very interesting conversation. We got to know about her, a little bit about what she, what she does and what she intends to do for the people of Kulundana Ward. All right, so we're barely a month from elections, and A lot of people have got a lot of expectations there, and but just a few things that maybe people should look forward to. What is it that what are the first things that you want to touch on as you kickstart your way now? What is your priority as a councillor right at this particular moment?
Okay, so it's a well-known fact that most youths don't have jobs right now. Youths are really crying for jobs right now. And like I said earlier, our president is really trying so much to see to it that every youth has got something to do and something to eat. At least we want to see that people in Zambia have 3 basic meals every day. Unlike the past regime, the PF, there was so much poverty going around, and we're trying to eradicate poverty right now. And so, my first priority as a councillor, I want to see to it that more youths are encouraged to come up with business proposals. Let the youths come up with their own clubs or cooperatives, because that is the only way that youths are going to be helped in the new Dawn government. We won't do it like the past government, where the PF government would give empowerment to a certain type of youth, excluding the wide range of youth. So we want to see that every youth benefits, and they benefit in the right manner. And so the perfect example again is our own president. He became rich and doing fine at the age of 33, if not even earlier than that. That was because he didn't really rely on being employed by government, but he took the opportunity that was there to come up with his own type of business, that is cattle ranching. So I want to see that the youths in my ward come up with business proposals, help them to push them. At least now we have the ministry, small medium enterprise ministry, that is basically put in there for the youth to benefit something and to flourish. And this will lessen the work for the government and the president to see that all the youths are employed in government. But instead, they'll be pushed to the SME ministry so that they come up with their own businesses. So youths, I encourage you that you come up with proper proposals, business proposals, come up with cooperatives, try to see to it that all these are handed in to the SME and the ministry so that people are empowered. And once you are empowered, I'll give an example. If you are empowered to say you have a chicken run as youths, you be about 5 to 10 of you, and that is 10 taken out of the government's budget to be given governmental employment. So you employ yourselves, basically you help each other. So there are many other examples I can give that youths can be encouraged to come up. You see that in the next 5 years, youths will be employing, one youth will be employing about 10 to 20 other youths. So that's what I want to see in my ward. Like I said earlier, Kulundana ward has a vast land that lacks investment. Yeah.
So the other time, the president took a lot of work with decentralization.
Exactly.
A lot of money will come to
Exactly.
constituencies. Exactly. We need to tap into that to make sure that also benefits from the decentralization and the president also talked about.
That's my point. I said I want youth to have proper business proposals because of the same decentralization. So decentralization doesn't only mean that maybe the hospital, they'll be given their own options to buy medicines and their own proposals or budgets. No, it means youths will also be given their own empowerment. When we talk about empowerment, we all know we are talking about capital. Capital is the cash flow. So once you have enough capital to come up with your own businesses, that is decentralization enough. So we want to make sure that that is put to work and it is done properly. Yeah.
Right, Honorable Sipidile, thank you so much for being part of our conversation today. We look forward to having this conversation again, just continue getting to engage with you and having the youths as well and the general citizen around engage with you as well to just find out and see that their lives are happening. Thank you so much for finding time to talk to us. Thank you.
Thank you too, and I must say it's a good initiative. Work hard and try to encourage the other youths to be more involved in serious issues like this, developmental programs, and like going to clubs, drinking, misuse of dagga and all that. Make use of yourself. Yeah.
Alright, thank you so much. Alright, so we wrap up our show this wonderful day. It's been a wonderful conversation with Honorable Sipidile, Honorable Member, not member rather. Alright, so
Honorable
Councillor for Kulindana Ward,
Yeah.
Honorable Lungo Sipidile. Thank you so much for joining us. Alright, and as well as this wraps up our show this wonderful day, we continue to be giving you these particular updates with regards to what is it that our duty bearers are up to and what they're definitely going to be doing for us right at this particular time. What are your expectations from the ward councillor for Kulindana Ward? You can maybe just drop it on the comment section and we can find out. And next time we have a conversation with her, we'll be leaving out the comments with regards to what people are expecting from her in the ward at this particular time. Alright, so see you on the other side.